In today's issue, you are waiting for the company Tesla, who will release her first film, created with Microsoft, which offers DALL-E, Pentagon to detect Apple targets, which will teach and understand Google application interfaces, teaching robots to play football, with Isaacs who is preparing, to global cellular testing, through satellites Starlink, and NASA decided to test the solar system in space. New generation sale, all this and more right now drove. We will start today's release with the manufacturer, smartphone in tablets, TVs and other electronics, who announced the creation of original content for branded app, UR and UR Plus, released last year on the Google TV platform, debut project of the company's internal studio, will film next stop in Paris. And this news would not have appeared to us if the company would not decide to follow modern trends and resort to the help of artificial intelligence. The official announcement states that production group, which includes animators, visual experts, effects and artificial intelligence engineers, worked on creating a story with the original screenplay and live voice actors, but all visuals were created using the latest artificial intelligence technology. Film release scheduled for summer 2024 year. TCL plans to release more movies generated and the company assures what will be involved in their creation. The Hollywood talents. By the way, generative and for making images aren't that harmless, as it seems they can not only produce deepfakes, but also help train combat control systems, as well as identify strike targets. Microsoft offered to use its DALL-E to create artificial images, which will improve visualization, combat environment and help systems more accurately define goals. US Air Force are developing a JADIC2 system, which should ensure integration data from all types of troops, including data from drones, radars and tanks, to coordinate military action. Microsoft sees DALL-E's potential as a tool for training this system, despite presenting technology capabilities. Microsoft emphasizes that training using DALL-E has not yet begun. It is seen as a potential destination. Actions are open and me and notes that did not participate in the presentation and not informed this use of their technology. Any deals with the military will be governed by Microsoft policies. Apple researchers published the work, which described generative artificial intelligence system, Ferret UAI, designed for interface recognition. Mobile applications. With its help, eyes can, without prior training, understand the interface of different applications and interact with it. Pratt UAI is a big, multimodal language model, characteristic feature of which, ability to learn from a variety of materials, including text, image, video, and audio content. While not doing well with interface recognition in the application, and there are many reasons for this, one of which is a discrepancy proportions used for training for reasons of screen aspect ratio of a typical smartphone. The scope of FERD UI is described rather vaguely. With one side, Apple can do it intentionally so as not to give competitors ideas of specific products, and on the other hand, researchers are developing technologies and finding the possibility of their application is not their task. Drove on DeepMint units. Google demonstrated success in the field, training robots with motor action. Team trained small two-legged bots play football. Researchers told how did they manage to achieve this and why it will only get better. Company trained robots to play using the method deep learning with reinforcements. That is, bots were trained to process unstructured data. For example, it is not a set of numbers from 1 to 100. Completely unpredictable data. For example, a rapidly changing environment on the playing field. Robots act like this to achieve the result, which at the time of training was marked as positive. Example, to rise after falling. This is a positive result. The difference between achievement and other similar in that method was applied. Physical coordination of robots in space. Initially, the subjects were trained in computer simulation with concentration onto tasks, rise after fall and score a goal. Then researchers combined these skills in a game of soccer one-on-one. Playing more and more, robots have perfected their skills to the state of, which was shown on the video. The number of motor actions included kicks, defense reaction to the actions of the opponent, and aim shooting on goal. Researchers also mention that robots demonstrate non-standard behavior, difficult to program in advance, but the training was conducted in a simulation. In the future, the company plans to start training on the playing field to further increase adaptability of behavior. Now let's look at a Spanish startup, Limitless Propulsions, which raises funds to run a motorized pole with help, which you can skateboard and roller skate. Skates without any effort on the part of the user. It's quite amusing. The device is called R&M, and the developers describe it as foldable, stick to move, It consists of two composite full carbon pole with motor and main part power regulator. See the rubbed polyurethane roller. Roller rotates brushless electric motor with a capacity of 3,000 to hell using belt gear. Top speed skater with R and M is 40 kilometers H-Walt with 44 and 4 volts battery. Power reserve 20 kilometers. Device weighs 5 kilograms and made in modular design. Pole can be divided into two and attached to the unit with motor. The last one has a fabric pen. Help which gadget in transport form can be carried as a suitcase. Deliveries are due to start in November-December. Retail price R and M will be €1,200. But bad news comes to us from Tesla. The company is going to lay off about 14,000 employees and also leads technological pauses in production. Cybertruck cuts occur amid Tesla's efforts to cut costs and increase productivity. A changes in Cybertruck production, possibly due to the need to refine assembly lines. As you know, the first quarter of the company ended. Not a very good outcome. Machine deliveries decreased by 20%. Period got worse in the last 3 years. Hanging out to this message from the workers themselves. Reduction of working hours in enterprises. Cybertruck, and it turns out, what is the business of the newly minted Cybertruck? Oh, how bad. According to various sources, employees of other American Tesla businesses, about reduction. Duration of work shifts not notified, so changes can only apply to Cybertruck. Company, SpaceX is preparing for international trials. Its new cellular system, through satellite Starlink, tests that start on May 1st and last 6 months, allow you to transmit the internet connections directly from space satellites on ordinary mobile phones without modifications. In the US to spread broadband internet. Company plans, collab with at MT and beyond. Make arrangements with local operators. SpaceX also announced plans to expand geography testing up to 4 new markets: New Zealand, Chile, Peru, and Switzerland. But this will require obtaining appropriate permits from local authorities. The duration of the test will depend on when the company gets all necessary commercial licenses to operate the system from space. After successfully completing tests in the US and obtaining new permits from FTC, plans to launch more than 800 satellites to support technology direct to villages. Well, since we started in space, let's them and keep it going. NASA is preparing to send into space for the first test, improved platform with solar sail. It will be launched by the end of April with an Electron rocket. Rocket Lab companies to test the latest solar sail platform. Nano company, Avionics has developed a unique cube garden size 12 testing task. Check out the new sailing weapons system, which includes composite masts. When folded, they are the size of regular roulette, but can be opened in a solid spacer up to 7 meters long. When the satellite enters a given orbit, masts will begin to move forward and pull segments of the sail. They are also made of composite material that ensures their rigidity when deployed, but makes it possible to flatten and compact. Fold when winding on the drum. In the future, such technology will create sailing structures significantly larger sizes, up to 2 SQ.km. The process of deploying the sail will take 25 minutes. You will be filmed by a camera on satellites, and then the record will be transmitted to the ground. And of course, we couldn't get past the robot space hopper, which was created to jump on asteroids and other celestial bodies with low gravity, previously experienced on Earth. And now the researchers checked his ability to jump in weightlessness, using Airbus A310 aircraft of the French company Nov Space to create a semblance of weightlessness. The plane flew on ascending and outgoing trajectories. At this time inside, Zurich University researchers observed the position of the robot in space and tried to trace, can he take a stable position in flight? Might seem that in-flight space hopper shakes his limbs in panic, but it's not. Automation controls flight by displacement, center of mass as required, using leg movements. Also, the robot can safely land and perform. Jumping face hopper weighs 5 kilograms and got a body made of aerospace aluminum with hinged supports. Every limb has knee and hip joints. One bucket moved to engines, and one engine is designed for the knee. And that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to keep abreast of high-tech innovations. Follow Techno News. Peace to your home.